the beginning of the end. So we now have everything ready to go through the Temple of Baal and do the Murderers Tribunal and try to pick what sort of options I could take for whether I'm going to become chosen a Baal or keep my paladin buff and all these things that have been like the general tensions and like moral questions of the entire game, which I do like, get definitely pressed and poked here a little bit. And we're down into the final probably 3 or 4 videos. So this is all the lead up to the big duel with Orin. Okay, please subscribe and have a nice day. Bye. Yeah, I'm really liking tennis. I'm also happy to be anti-pickleball for as long as possible. I don't like the energy. Okay, so I think I only have, I don't know, 1 or 2 days of this left. I have, as far as I know, I have Orin, what I do with the Raphael hammer here, and I have the finale. So I could do it today, or it should be soon at least. But yeah, I'm enjoying tennis a lot. The reason I would like, our fifth lesson is today. The reason I would like to do a higher level of tennis lesson, like do like the intermediate after the novice, is just to get like a higher level of athleticism in the class. I'd like to have rallies that last more than like 3 hits, honestly. That'd be great. Can I hit the ball so it curves? I'm starting to learn how. Like when I first started playing tennis as a kid, I would like just try to do so much topspin on the ball from watching tennis on TV that I would just like crash into the net every single time. But like there's 2 instructors and one of them is kind of like a little dweeb, but he still made a good point. He's like strings down, swing up, which is a really good way of just determining how to kind of get the right angle and the right motion for tennis. It's pretty fun. The other like gamble is like finding like city courts, like city park courts with like even like a remotely decent surface is really hard. Anyway, it'd be nice. There's like 2 or 3 people in the class of 16 who aren't like just completely spastic. How about limiting hitting the ball with 2-handed sword animations? You could. It's not that different. After reading LA Confidential, the book, I watched LA Confidential, the movie last night. Have you ever seen that? Guy Pearce and Russell Crowe and Kevin Spacey as like 3 basically like equivalent stars. Kevin Spacey's kind of like the 3rd star. But have you ever seen that movie, LA Confidential? It's like 97 or 98 or something like that. It's really good. Just like Mildred Pierce, which I watched recently. It's another movie where to turn it from a book to a movie, they like chop a lot, but still do a good job of keeping it. They keep the essence of it pretty well, I think. But in both movies, in both Mildred Pierce and LA Confidential, they kind of like add more murder mystery elements to it to make it more like movie-like in some ways. Like Mildred Pierce, the book, is like over like a, I don't know, like a 10 to 15 year period. But then the movie is like a murder mystery of like murders that aren't in the book. But it's a good way to kind of like tighten it up, honestly. Okay, I was really, really happy with how this went yesterday, or on Friday. I was really worried because I got this new heavy armor, the legendary heavy armor, but it makes it so you're proficient while you're wearing it, even if you're not proficient with heavy armor. So now Will is absolutely stacked with legendaries. Amazing. Okay, let's go back to town.
Nothing hurts anymore.
I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this hammer now. LA Confidential is good. Kim Basinger's in it, looking like Veronica, looking like Vera. What's her name? Vera Lake. Veronica Lake. Something like that.
How much farther can I go?
What's the name of the guy who plays Kevin Spacey films? LA Confidential, American Beauty, 7, Margin Call. Maybe those are the 4 best. I'm biased toward Margin Call. But yeah, LA Confidential, American Beauty. American Beauty was huge when it came out. 7 is huge. Margin Call, LA Confidential. What's another big Kevin Spacey movie? It's hard to think. It's gotta be other ones. That was a huge movie. That was like a very, very, very popular movie when it came out. All right. Is there anything else I need to do here? I don't think so. Let's go back to here and see what happens. I got to give her. The unfortunate thing here is I like Hellsick a lot. I don't really want to kill her, but I'm sad to lose these gloves. These gloves rule. The only I got legendary gloves here, but they're monk gloves. I literally think if I would like re-roll this game again and use my experience to play honor mode, I think I would use the monk and the paladin. Also, I really resonated with the part when they went on business with the sofa with wine glass. I don't remember that part. It's been a long time since I've seen American Beauty. Alright, well, yeah, I think I would do monk, paladin, warlock again, maybe? Okay, we're back. Is Hellsick gonna be here?
Find your way into the devil's lair. Risk mind, limb, and freedom. All to steal the Orphic hammer. I hope your ambitions end there. I have already told you that the Githyanki Prince only wants to see you dead.
Is that early on in the movie?
But it seems you still do not trust me.
Not even a little bit. You're a mind flayer. Can you blame me for not trusting you?
You are falling into the same trap as the Chosen. Their distrust of one another is their undoing.
I am going to try to ally with him this time.
Make the same mistake. We must work together.
The problem with him is he will try to master me in the end. I'll work with you, but I'll never trust you.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Nonetheless, our fates are bound. And in the absence
He tried to manipulate me too much for that ever to happen. I do want to see how things go differently this time.
you may think yourself ingenious for having slain a devil, but you have merely ironed out a wrinkle.
That's good, right?
Elder Brain will not be such an easy foe. It is time
The Emperor, like the mind flayer who like talks to you the whole game. Very, very, very manipulative.
I need to keep sharp.
Okay, leader brain boy. Good to see you.
Wretched thing, pull yourself together. What path lies before me?
Anything important in her room?
That's curious.
A floorboard. Note from director Gortash. Excellent work, Hellsick. I'm beginning to see why they call you Memon's Picklock. Okay, that's just got to do with them stealing the prism, I guess. The crown, sorry. Hellsick's diary. Have I read this already? I have. I must have, right? Okay. All right. You haven't managed to manipulate me to keep cutting the hair? I really did think about shaving it. I honestly thought about it. It's just really a relief to have, like, fresh air on the sides of your head once it comes to summertime. You know what I mean? I saw something, I kind of got influenced. I kind of got influenced by social media a little bit, being like the two most masculine haircuts are a full shave or long hair, both of which are like you can do yourself essentially. I was like, I kind of agree with that. Also, just like, I don't know, the more hair I have, I don't know if you feel this way, but the more hair I have, the more I feel like the back and sides just feel like less clean or like less aired out. I don't know. I like to have like a fair amount of freedom. All right, Hellsick, I'll give you the gloves.
Trips to the hells are usually one way, especially when the traveler causes the kind
I
of
love her
trouble
so
you
much.
did. I knew you were a thief. Didn't realize you were a killer. Raphael's death is already causing quite a stir across the hells. It's a rare thing.
I also
for a
like having my like
mortal to
face
slay a devil
clear
with his
for sunlight
stature.
to get more sun.
In all the excitement, I hope you didn't forget our bargain. Do you have the gauntlets?
I do, because I can't afford you.
Hand them over, and our deal is done.
They're all yours.
Thank you very much.
I like her too much.
Your coin is
She's my
always
favorite.
welcome here. And so are you, Devil Slayer.
Imagine having her as a friend in real life. Okay, I need new gloves. Will has to give me these ones back.
Breathing, despite everything.
Where'd they go? Here. Legacy of the Masters. And what does Will use again? Gloves of Dexterity? That's fine. I don't think these really do anything for him anymore. No AC bonus from Dexterity. There's probably better gloves I can use now, but I can't afford anything better. Helldusk? Yeah, this one. Right. Forgot that. Nice. Okay, we're looking pretty good.
Never a dull moment. With haste. I want to
Sweet.
have a word.
Welcome back, Devil Slayer. What
Yeah,
can
the
I do
gold
for you?
eyeliner. She's also like just fiendish. I like that a lot. So how does this work with... How would this work with Will's Eldritch Blast? His cantrips already can target an additional creature, and they can already all go in one person. So I wonder if this means you can get 4 shots instead of 3. Kind of cool. Just don't really care enough, honestly. I don't think it's better than what he has. Alright. Should I sell these?
Now you've seen what I...
Alright. Okay, so now we'll take a little nap. And then I guess I figure out what to do with Orpheus. Where are my clothes? What happened to my clothing? What's going on? What's going on here? why am I suddenly in my tidy blueies? Me and my boy toy here? What happened to my clothing? Edward James Olmos? I remember reading my like film criticism book talking about Edward James Olmos, and they're saying that like out of nowhere in Miami Vice, that like they made this like bizarre Hispanic cult of EJO. I think people really loved him. He was a really popular character on the show. What happened to my clothing? Like, I'm not complaining. I look like Channing Tatum right now. What happened to my clothing? Yeah, watching the first couple episodes of Miami Vice and then watching To Live and Die in LA, I'm like, is this what every show and like, is this what the culture was like in the mid 80s? Where it's like, oh my god, Don Johnson, he's so crazy. He's so independent. He's so cool. And like, just every character has to like kowtow to him. I was like, this is ridiculous. Alright, that's better. Let's tighten it up a little bit here, boys. Why is everyone suddenly naked? Why did everyone lose their clothing? Oh, it's because we lost our clothing in the... because we had to use the other clothing to be disguised. That's where his, like, super sexy rock and roll garb. Will's got the skankiest outfit of anybody. Yeah. As I said in that video, like... The first half and second half of To Live and Die in LA were like such a switch up.
Where am
It was
I?
crazy.
What's going on?
The second half was so badass.
Step.
So how many episodes in did EJO show up? Is he a drug lord in that?
Something's on my mind.
Or is he a good guy?
Ready and waiting.
Oh, okay. I'm very suspicious of that guy who's like sort of that Don Crockett is like the subordinate of. That guy seems corrupt. There's 107 episodes. So many. No, his lieutenant, like the guy who. No, I mean like the guy that Crockett is the subordinate to. The like detective above him, the guy with the glasses, who's like suspiciously well paid for his job. Who he suspects him in the 2-episode pilot of being like corrupt. Okay, so Will needs a weapon here.
Let's get going.
Apparently the show, I don't know how many episodes of Miami Vice Michael Mann actually like directs and writes, but apparently his previous show, which is called Police Story, was apparently like a true classic. Like actually had like a continuing storyline. It used Runaway by Del Shannon. And apparently it was a really, really good show. It had like Dennis Farina, or it was like the short little fat guy with a mustache who was on like NYPD Blue or something like that. Apparently that was a really good show. Yeah, he did. I started watching, we started watching the first episode. We watched the first episode of the second season of White Lotus, and I was almost immediately like, yeah, I don't know. Andrea had heard from like her work friends that like season 1 is the best one, and season 1 was quite good. And then I started watching, we watched the first episode of season 2. It's the one with like F. Murray Abraham and Michael Imperioli and Aubrey Plaza and all these people, and I was like, meh. I'm not sure about this one.
I have something to ask.
It's just so much more like everyone's unhappy.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior.
Everyone's like so unhappy and like dark. It's less like funny and outrageous, I felt.
The pride of the gate.
It's still good? Yeah, maybe. It's just like, it's a little less funny and a little darker, I think. But yeah, I think like the Aubrey Plaza, her husband or girl or boyfriend and the other couple, that seems to be like the funniest part. I like when they're at lunch in the first episode and Aubrey Plaza and the other guy are like, yeah, I don't know, it's just like, it's really hard. It's just, you know, everything going on in the world is like hard to blah, blah, blah. The other couple's like, oh, we don't watch the news. Like, yeah, it's just hard. I like binging shows and all these things. So one couple, they're both like, one couple is like, you don't watch the news. The other couple's like, yeah, we don't watch the news. And both of them, you kind of see their perspective. And they're both kind of right in a way. I enjoyed that. All right, what am I doing? I'm now going to use the Astral Prism. And let's go see what happens. I don't know how this goes. Where is the Astral Prism?
Such a curious artifact.
Giancarlo Esposito?
So small and seemingly harmless, and yet it contains so much.
That's it? I can't get into it? I guess I gotta go talk to Kithrak Voss then. I was also blown away that like the classic Esposito is Spanish name, right? Giancarlo is Spanish, but wait. Giancarlo is Italian, but Esposito is Spanish, right? His Spanish did seem really mechanical in Breaking Bad. The way he spoke it seemed like really stiff, but I kind of let it pass as like what his personality is like. I was surprised that the classic Miami Vice moment of in the air when they play in the air tonight was so early into the show. It was episode 2. It's like the greatest vibe moment in television history. Wait, I went the wrong way. How do I get to Kitharok Voss in the sewers? Wrong way. My bad. Crockett's like ex-wife is a mega babe, very kind of like wifey looking. Okay, so he's here, so I can just take the boat there. Who's this guy?
You've come. We await your good word.
Who's this guy?
Come closer. Tell me what you see.
Insight is not my forte.
You see nothing about this Dragonborn that makes him distinct from any other.
Strong build, scaled skin, you're Dragonborn.
Thorough.
Sorry, I'm
You
dumb.
must look beyond what your eyes show you. I'm not Dragonborn. I'm a red dragon. Call me Kudanos, Master of Flames.
Oh,
Splitter of
dragons can be
skies.
Dragonborn when they want to be?
I will be the one to carry Voss into battle against Vlaakith. And I will be the one to breathe the flames that melt her.
A red dragon rebel. How many more of you are there?
More than I could count. We were pacted by the archdevil Tiamat and forced to serve the Githyanki. It is to the people that I'm loyal, not to the Lich Vlaakith, a corpse in Gith clothing. I know Orpheus, just as I knew his mother. A new future will be planted in the wake of the comet.
The alligator in the scenes with Tubbs is clearly a fake alligator whenever they're on the wherever they're in the camera together, and then they show the alligator in a one shot, just the alligator, and then he starts moving around and reacting. It's like the Tubbs was like, I will absolutely not be on camera with a real alligator 4 feet away from me. It's like a frozen alligator model when they're on the same shot, it seems like. And then they switch to a one shot and the alligator's like
will tremble at the sound of our roar.
Okay, let's talk to this guy, see what we learn here.
Have you brought the Orphic hammer?
Where are the rest of your allies?
The remaining honor guard serve as my eyes and ears. Vlaakith's forces hunt you and the prism. My allies have slayed more than you know.
Really?
You might travel
Yeah, they don't trust
freely.
him.
As for
Reptiles.
those that break through, you've proven more than capable of bleeding them yourself.
His ear's all messed up. Who's this new companion of yours?
Not a new companion. but an old one, and a loyal one. A proper introduction is in order, but I will let him do the honors.
I've retrieved the hammer. I don't know what I'm getting into there.
Dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from the Lich Queen's tyranny. The prophecy is one step closer to fruition.
Among the Githyanki, one gift is esteemed above all others. The Silver Sword. Take it. Wield it in honor of Gith, the great liberator, and her unforgotten son. Istik, now that you have the hammer, you must find a way to enter the astral prism. Once inside, smash Orpheus's bonds. His cry will shake the plains, and I will fly to your aid. The Prince of the Comet will sear the heavens again. First we'll defeat the Absolute, then we let the Lich Queen tremble.
Think again. I will not permit your entry.
Alright, what am I doing here? I like Orpheus more than the Emperor, but I do want to get some variety from last time I played. But it seems like now that I have the hammer, it's just what? I just do nothing? That's lame. Beansy, are you doing any gardens this year? Do you have like any sort of like vegetables or something like that in your backyard, or do you just do like shrubberies and flowers and plants and stuff? Is there any way I can convince you? I'll find a way to free Orpheus from your clutches. Ignore the Emperor. You need to let me into the prism. Silver Sword of the Astral Plane. This is sick. It's only really good if you're a Githyanki, though. Strong. This is a strong argument for making Lae'zel a paladin in a next run. Or Karlach. I think if you have Lae'zel as a paladin, you'd make a main character as like a half-orc, tavern brawler monk. And then maybe Will and maybe a druid? That's a sick party. So you'd have to lose the trees, basically, to get the sunlight, right? Or you'd have to make like a garden patch in your front yard, which would look ugly, right? I can buy his weapon? What? 3,100? That's not even expensive. This is crazy. Soulbreaker? I've had to, we have our next door neighbor, well, I mean, the landlord is the same people as ours, so we could ask them to do something about it, but we have like a ton of like vines and like invasive bullshit that like climbs over their fence into ours. So I've had to like, once a week for the past 2 weeks, I've taken out like, I don't know, 30 to 40 feet of vines twice now. That's like I've pulled through the fence and like ripped over the fence to make sure that we have enough stuff in our yard to like, now that our vegetables are in, to like get proper sunlight. All right, I'll find a way to free Orpheus from your clutches. Ignore the Emperor. Is there any way I can convince you? Ignore the Emperor.
Questions, Istik? You seem to be lost in thought.
Yeah, they're like invasive, kind of like crawling. The kind of vines that like are really, really long and slightly woody. They're kind of in between like vines, and they get woody as they get older. As they get older, and they like curl around things with all their little creepers. And like we had there's these kind of tree/bush things in the yard that are now, they just seem to be dead this summer from the vines crawling all over them. So I guess at some level the vines like choke them out somehow. or cover them so they don't get. I don't know what happened, but like they're instantly dead when they were alive last year. It's kind of crazy. Getting to the astral prism will be complicated.
Yes, but you will meet this challenge, as you've met so many others.
Orpheus sensed the tadpole before in his guard attack. Won't he attack when we free him?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
We went yesterday morning. We went Hazcap picking. Hazcap are like sort of like Nordic Scandinavian blueberries. They're kind of like longer, kind of teardrop shaped blueberries. It's so good. This time of year, I want to eat so many blueberries and raspberries and everything. But if you're buying them for like $4 a package at the grocery store, which lasts like 2 to 3 portions, this feels like such a ripoff. So to get like, I don't know, 4 kilograms for $35 is pretty good.
Istik, friend to Orpheus. Together we will end the Elder Brain which shakes this city. Then I turn my sights to Vlaakith, the Queen of Deceit. When you break Prince Orpheus free, his psionic cry will alert us. I will fly to your side. Together we will fell the Elder Brain.
HASKAP.
The grand design.
They look like blueberries basically. They're just a little tartar and like a little more reddish. They're a little purple. And then it's crazy. Even in Canada, like we still get like so many migrant workers. There's all like Caribbeans and Mexicans who are like doing all the farming for like the berries and everything. And like the Dutch families who are like the farm owners, like kind of just run the place. We got a good amount. I got a lot of sun this weekend. Okay, so we should wait for our next opportunity to enter the astral prism and free Orpheus. We gotta wait for it, eh? Okay, so I guess I just now go for... I just have to wait for the opportunity to free Orpheus. So I guess I just do Orin now. You guys have you're like berry pickers and everything are Chinese in Finland. Drama at baseball this weekend. One of the fellow coaches yelled at one of the moms on the team. Are you a coach this year? All these like sports dads need to chill. Is there like a seniority in the coaching, or are you 3 equal? Is it a triumvirate?
You want how much? It was half that a 10 day ago.
I look so much worse now with my new extremely good armor. All 4 people fail it? That's bad, right? That's not good. I should have put guidance on Asterion.
Delicious. Let's crack it open.
Keeping up appearances. Clerk Dravage. Remember, you are in the business of making Candle Hollow's tombstones look like a genuine retail establishment. Keep all the prices about half again too high, so you don't sell very much inventory. Think of the shop as a stage set rather than the actual going concern. The management. So what do I do in a circumstance like this? I can't move this. I know this is the way in. But everyone failed the perception check. What do you do against that? Do you bring someone else in?
These things have stayed interesting.
And I can't break this bookcase. So I gotta go down to where,
Build my castle with bone.
Shit, what do I do? Curtains. I've been foiled by a perception check. What is this? Animal carcass. Open. What? That's weird. How to reset perception check. Can you reset perception checks BG3? Bring out the bench warmers. So I gotta bring someone else in? So annoying. Alright. Yeah, he's just got he cares way too much.
Seems like a good moment.
That kind of guy is like tiring. That kind of guy is like tiring for players to deal with when they're little kids.
I received my chosen successor, Francesca, has proven to be a wise choice.
Okay, that's good.
Perhaps the wisest I ever made as Archdruid.
What news from the Grove?
Wounds have healed. Damage has been undone. Balance has been restored. Those who seek to serve nature there can once again do so with all their hearts.
The DJ?
There have been difficulties.
Can you guys do a coup d'etat? Don't you guys have the majority if you curry his favor?
Do what she must to rid them of such notions. She is well suited to the task. Better than I, perhaps. To cleanse a land of shadows is one thing, but to sway a heart from a dark path is another matter entirely. I was all too eager to surrender my responsibilities towards the Grove. Perhaps I was never meant to be Archdruid, to be a leader.
You could resume your position at the Grove once we defeated the Absolute. You just say no to that.
That would be the case once. Yet, perhaps the Grove will not need me.
Neuter him.
Forgive
Cut
me.
him down.
The Shadow Curse occupied me so entirely and for so long. I almost missed the purpose it gave me. Now I must find a new one.
Can you have him over for beers and tell him to chill out? Have you heard from Thaniel since we moved on?
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
I need you by my side.
An unwieldy number. You must cut someone loose before I can join you.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Alright, buddy, get over there.
Over I go.
Damn it. Well, try someone else. So annoying, oh my god.
Blood whispers.
Alright, Gale.
can I help?
Oh, nothing would give magical.
He's pretty low level. I don't know if I have to level him up to do this.
Can't afford to stay idle.
All right, Will. All right, Gale, what do you got?
Certainly. Something over there.
Oh, okay. Thanks, buddy. See ya.
Keep it together.
Yeah, that's a bit much.
Walk in death. Just what I need.
Always good to talk, my friend. I'm up for the challenge. I like?
Sharp as ever.
Look, he loses his shit now. I shouldn't have taken him out. I should have taken out Asterion. Damn it. Does he still have... He still has Thorley stuff, okay.
No time to rest. Defender of the people.
I should have just used a short rest.
Looking ahead. Have to keep going.
The locked door has red text on it reading, "All are awaited. All
Maybe it's, you know, maybe the moon is in, maybe Mercury's in retrograde.
shall escape."
Maybe the astrologers girls are right. Sicarius. Okay, we've made it to the Ballast Crypt. We got the whole team. We got all the buffs and everything. We're good. All right.
Flaming fists this way.
What is happening? Tripwire. Okay. What's the fire fade?
Moving in.
Tribunal antechamber. It seemed to me that, I don't know. There was a full moon last week or something like that. I felt like, despite it being some weird stuff, I felt like people were like a little bit like distressed.
And present it to Death Father Baal. Verse by Invoker Grimlock.
People I know who aren't
There's
normally
something
upset were
engraved on the
upset.
skull. Living a torment of sorrow and strife. It's a poem. It continues. Is a burden to great and to small. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life.
Can I make that angelic slumber potion? It looks like I can't.
And present it to Death Father Baal. Verse by Invoker Grimlock.
So this is where I came from. There's only one way in. Okay. Let's read that again in case I need to use it.
something engraved on this skull. Living, a torment of sorrow and strife. It's a poem. It continues, is a burden to great and to small. We faithful cure mortals of burdensome life.
It's fair. I feel that sometimes.
And present it to Death Father Baal. Verse by Invoker Grimlock.
Yeah, that's what people say about Canada to some degree. Like, our huge amount of fresh water, and like as more of like the ice caps melt, our access to like northern mineral parts is going to be like a surprising resource.
Present me well from gifts thine own, or I shall rend thy flesh from bone.
I killed to be here. I took the victim's hand as proof.
A grasping hand, an offering vile. Enter now the Dread Lord's trial.
This is one of the ways this all like links back to Baldur's Gate 2. 45 minutes. Okay. Who are these guys?
Thou hast shown proof of worthy kill. Present thyself before Baal's will.
Its breath is dank and coarse, but it has no words. This creature is mute. Its breath is dank and coarse, but it has no words. This creature is mute.
Okay. Remember this being some sort of scrap. I'll probably need to use an elixir for this. MLSN, Sendai, and Ilisera. Those people sound familiar. I'm gonna take off Asterion here.
I bite. Radio not.
See what happens.
You gaze upon murder's progeny, child.
His most ill-trusted zealots.
His faithful departed.
Prodigal servants. Each returns to do his bidding eternally.
This is the court of the Dread Lord's Tribunal. I am its custodian. Here come those who seek to transcend. Aspirants of his most profane order. The would-be unholy assassins of Baal. But you are no mere aspirant. I did not expect to see you again. So it is true. You have returned.
Saravok Anchev, a relic of your cursed line. A Baal spawn who failed to become chosen.
I wish to become an unholy assassin. Show me the way. Tell me of my past. I wish to know it.
I have heard it said you lost your
Let's hear it. Let's get some lore.
Let me revive them. You were once Baal's favorite. You worshipped him the way he would wish. Your bloodlust innate. Your thirst for butchery unslakable. But you were foolish enough to think yourself untouchable. You didn't see Orin rising through the ranks. You were blinded by her artistry, her devotion. You believed she worshipped you as much as all the others.
I wonder if this is the same voice as Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 for Saravok.
Spectacular as your birth. The purest Baal spawn there ever was. Ruined by his own hubris. But now, you have returned. Tell me, are you here to have your vengeance on my granddaughter?
Orin is your granddaughter? Question mark.
She is the child of my child, and your bloodkin. But she only seeks the Balian favor you were born to inherit.
Balian? I don't like that.
She may have usurped you once, but all her rites and rituals will never match her to your natural gift. Baal is about to name a new chosen. All is between you and my granddaughter, Arin, now. And Arin has much to learn.
Yeah, it does.
Our Lord does not
a lot of reverberation.
Baal cares only for death. Death in numbers. Death in droves.
A funny feeling I'm going to lose my paladin urge again.
It is a lesson Arin will only learn in death. I wonder if you will be the one to teach her.
She's already challenged me herself. We will duel to the death.
She seeks to sacrifice you in our father's temple. She dreams that your corpse will be her masterpiece. But she forgets, before your incident, you were the true master. You were murder. Pure murder. No excesses. No pretensions. I believe you will be the one to slay Arin. But you will need my help. I see you have not embraced your birthright yet. Perhaps with
what does that mean?
My stewardship, Father will bless you yet. Before you may return to our Father's fold, I must first ensure that you remain as pure and worthy of his blessings as you once were. Come, child of murder, let me lead you in Baal's worship.
What does he want me to do? Very well, lead on. I'm the very spawn of Baal and need no leading. What does this mean? Let's try it. Why is Shadowheart not here? Nice. Let's see what this does. Oh yeah, that's a classic. Having it as like some sort of like defense of your base is like a cool idea, though it often turns out to be something sort of like destructive.
Forgive me, child of Baal. I forget myself.
Reverence.
Zeal.
Long may he reign.
It's a drow?
We have a sacrifice prepared for you, child of murder. Let us celebrate your becoming.
Huh? What's over this way?
Better not be cursed.
Never in all the years of my craft have I felt I was carving my own tomb. This armored husk I once thought a man. He has trapped me here during the renovations. While he says I'm free to leave after the work is done, Ilmater, this god-awful smell, I'm no fool. What is all this? Yeah, I would probably die to like some stupid invasion. So annoying. Weird stuff like that always happens. There's no one here. Keychain.
Something good here, I hope.
Dear Quill. Dear Quill, do you remember me? We spent a sweet evening chatting to one another after you gave a heart-stopping performance at the Nashkel Inn where I was on patrol tour. I heard you were headed to Baldur's Gate to get your songbook published, and I pre-ordered my copy. If you forgive a humble fist boldness, I send you in writing what I wasn't bold enough to say on that night. Each one of your scales is a gem, your eyes shine brighter than your throat fire, and images of you have beset me since we met. You must have many suitors as a scholar of love ballads, but perhaps when you get to the gate, you'll meet me one starry night in the Blushing Mermaid. Okay. Not sure what I do with that information. Legacy Ledger. Herein are logged the blood requisitions, the corpse wealth of our sacrifices taken from their dead hands. After chronicling and the assassins' claim of their own tithe, the remainder should be brought before the temple's leader, no longer the butler as in past times. What follows a detailed financial log of loot from dead targets, always accompanied by indulgent purple prose describing their cause of death. That's kind of that's probably Scleritas Fell or whatever his name is. Okay. Little loot, that's all. The Surtling spawns are actually very convenient when it comes to like the coal, and also like, don't you get cores there too in like a better way than you have in the beginning of the game? Oh, this guy. I'm gonna lose my fucking oath here.
Discussion.
Come, child of Baal. Offer thanks unto your father for your birth, and in so doing, be reborn anew. Slaughter this celestial being. Spill its blood into the void.
This is gonna break my oath again.
Through eradication of its goodness, be exalted.
Blood will be spilled, Sarevok. I will slaughter you. Do I kill the poor elephant? I don't think so. Blood will be spilled, Sarevok. I will slaughter you. Let's see what happens. Okay. Legendary action, murderous retort. What does this shackled mean? So, there's a lot of dudes here. I think they're gonna try to kill it. I think we should try to rush down Sarevok. Okay, let's see what he's got here. After performing 4 attacks, Sarevok will have embodied Baal enough to use Deathbringer assaults. It's a lot of damage. Okay, so this is gonna be crazy. I have to be careful here. Good work. Nice. Paralyzed? Nice. That was good. He's hastened, but it doesn't matter because he's paralyzed. I gotta kill all these dudes. Holy shit. Don't kill the elephant. That's fine. Hexblade. And then stab. Do Booming Blade here. I gotta remember to do Booming Blade more often. He's so strong. Oh my god. We killed him. Whoa. That was oddly easy. Wait, where's my shield? It always happens. I'm using the Shadow Blade, right? Yeah. But no shield. Can I equip it now? Right? Must be after.
Coming through.
Okay, the rest of these shouldn't be too bad. What are these essences they have? Okay, so we one-shot Saravoxes. That's not really important. Okay, so what I'm going to do is... Where can I do the most damage to these guys possible? I think I'm going to use Wall of Fire just across here. Oh no! Okay, it didn't work. Thank God. It counterspelled it? Twat. Alright, well.
On my way.
So it goes. I should use Sanctuary on the elephant. You can cast slow on us, that's fine. Maybe I should counterspell this. Yeah, a slow on 6 people is a little crazy. I want to make sure they don't kill the elephant though. Okay, now we get big. Cast haste on yourself. And then big mode. And then... Stay here. I really hope they don't kill the elephant. At least they don't seem to care about the elephant. That guy flew? Whoa. How'd that guy die? Oh, Armor of Agathis, nice. It's weird that hits me too, but it's good damage though, whatever. I made a mistake there, doing both hits on him. Sick cone of cold here. I want to make sure he's okay. Not a fan of this slow spell. I'm not gonna have it, pal. Too bad. So useless. Okay, let's do a fat ass cleave here. Damn it. Damn it. It's awkward. A terribly hard fight. I gotta make sure this just doesn't hit the elephant. It's fine. I should just use the sonic backlash, I guess. I don't seem to be able to get like an opportunity attack. That's really effective. Wow, she actually got a kill. Good job. Huh? All right. We're close to being done here.
You've made a grave mistake.
Okay, so I seem to keep my thing now.
Took you bloody long enough.
There we are.
You've no idea how wrinkles like mine get caught in chains like that.
That'd be fun.
I suppose some thanks are in order. You did a good job putting a stop to those bar-list Burks.
Why are you being like
Though
this?
I do wish you'd figured this all out before I put the blame for Father Lorgan's murder on that poor refugee. Well, at least it's over now.
How did you end up here?
After our chat at Charessa's Caress, I thought it best to polish off the bottle.
This guy's so dumb.
I started coming over all woozy. My joints stiffened up quicker than a brothel browser's loins. Paralyzed. My vision went black. When I woke up, I was in chains. Overall, a terrible ordeal. One deserving of a drink.
Alright, this is the guy I saved.
But it's been royally shite all
This
round.
degenerate. I think it's best you get out of here.
I most wholeheartedly agree. But you gave these reprobates a proper seeing to. You clearly have what I don't. Courage, insight, heroism. The city needs you. I overheard these pigs talking. There's a Baal temple deep within the old Undercity that the cult is using. A century ago, it was destroyed by a group of heroic sorts.
Throwback.
Let's hope history repeats itself, eh? Place is foul as piss. I'm out of here.
All right, let's read this book, Macedonian Memoirs. This lightly crumpled personal missive, parchment humming with Mount Celestia's radiance, both sporadically recorded events in a Holy Fence life. Bloody planetars, I tell them every time they deploy her. If you send someone to observe the Blood War, this is danger they could be recruited. Every time they say it's a minor heresy. Why? Zariel would be the first to fall. Lathander's light doesn't reach that far down into the plains. They say crime doesn't pay around here. They say that in a world of purest good, who'd have motive to do evil? They also say the path to the hells is paved in good intentions. So which is it? Of course they don't really know. Hypocrites, a lot of them. It's just one bloody adage after another up here. But if you ask what any of them mean, why, who, what, no one's interested. Lulu's no help either. She's a model holophant, a perfect example my spears are quick to remind me, and she's fallen for Zariel's act, hook and all. No, it's not an act. Zariel believes what she's saying, she's just wrong. Foolish, and Lulu's a fool to believe it too. It's official. I depart for Baldur's Gate at the earliest opportunity. Spreading conspiracy, disorderly drinking. First, I didn't know there was a prohibition in place. Second, if you don't want me drunk, don't send me to the Feywild. Gnomes have the best mead. And all the other allegations weighing against my person have tipped my reputation. Over the edge of a cloud, down to Toril. Of course, it's not phrased like that. Your sense of justice is needed by the mortals. Baldur's Gate is a lovely, lively tavern scene. Piss off. I know what they're really thinking. Pains the trunk to a lot of them. Not to say I told you so, but my connections tell me Zariel's broken code to intervene in the Blood War. If only someone had warned them. Apparently she killed a horde of Yenogu's gnolls running rampant down here in Toril. Her heart's in the right place. It's a shame her sword isn't. She's too reckless to be let near the Blood War, and I reckon this is just the beginning. But alas, I picked up a rather handy phrase since Cedric and Baldur's Gate. That's none of my business. So what were all those things that I just saw? We killed Justice Sarevok and did not become unholy assassins? Uh-oh. That's not good, right? What's the helm that Will's using? Diadem of Arcane Synergy. Should I give him this thing instead?
A hero at heart.
What does the Unholy Assassin mean? Jahira and Minsk. What else does it give you? Well, let's see. I hope she doesn't kill Lae'zel now. I'm not really sure how this all goes.
Ever onward.
Apparently, there's a lot of really, really good rogue armor you get if you choose to be the unholy assassin.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
What is this? It's weird. Why is it locked for him, but I can left click it?
How many die today? How many die tomorrow?
Memoirs of My Death. This is a memoir describing in detail the visions of Baal seen by Sarevok Anshev after his death in the Baal temple centuries ago. The Brethren often ask me, what is it like to die? They expect me to present a warring conflict, the humiliation of defeat against the honor of sacrifice. But once dead, it is impossible to think of oneself of life for you in Baal's own embrace. Baal's domain is a red wasteland in a starless sky, halted in time before the collapse of the final sun. There I wandered, tasting the end of all things. I was dragged back from the precipice, bound to a living husk again by my mocking sibling. I resented it at first. I had forgotten how to breathe, to eat, all the animal functions of the pet to you cling to life. But when I was cruelly resurrected, my faith was bolstered more through my death than it could be through life. I would bring about Baal's perfect finale. The melting of the crimson sun above the lakes of blood. It will happen. The world will be carved in his image. Okay.
Light on my feet.
Anything else here? Can't loot anyone else. So it says, we must reach the temple and rescue your victim before she learns this. I don't think that's good. Well, can't do much about that. Because I want to do a long rest, obviously. Alright, so... I think this is where I need to go. Yeah. I'm still gonna do a long rest and see if things go badly for Lae'zel. I have a feeling they will. Letter with sticky red blots.
Here goes nothing.
Thanks to you, the tyrant's iron throne lies broken beneath the bay, and the prisoners are held nothing but blood in the foam. Fishermen will be finding succulent morsels of gnome flesh to decorate the dishes for years to come. You sow the seeds of chaos well. I've already read this one. Okay. Let's see what happens now. Nothing. We're out of options.
Where am I needed?
Now re-equip your shield, stupid.
What's next, I wonder?
Mind never quiet.
We'll get another potion and try again. I have a funny feeling Lae'zel's gonna be dead. Where's the abattoir key?
They should all be running.
Abattoir key. What abattoir is that?
Everything is clear.
I don't think there was anything else in the tribunal I couldn't find.
Found only in the most exotic of planes.
I need a quick word.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding dribbles?
Where am I needed? What to do?
Okay, let's see what happens. The Unholy Assassin means you have to kill Valeria, Jahira, and Minsk. That's wild. Kind of fun. It'd be way easier to just be like a bad bastard as a Dark Urge if you weren't playing Paladin. So kind of happy for it to have at least have like the system of discussion.
A rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Baal's door to baptize his deus most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord?
No, it isn't. I have an Almeida ball. Let me pass. Door.
You hold proof of faith, but to hold and deserve are different. How have you proven yourself in the Dreadlord's eyes?
I slaughtered the Myrtle Tribunal.
Unorthodox.
There we go.
But a show of faith nonetheless. Walk in blood.
Take it. Let's see what happens. Okay, we're committed. There's my save. Parchment. To gain admittance to the Baal Temple, you must cross Manslaughter Chasm. If you're weak like this aspirant, the Farsight will deny you passage. Defeat him or die. Okay. Grimlark verse 3. This Grimlark guy is back. E is for Elkon by Grumnir betrayed. F is for first murder, the Baal Primate's aid. There's a fight here, I remember this. All 4 people forgot that check. I'm getting jumped here. Shit. I was gonna change equipment. Who's this guy? Wait. Power word kill? Am I here alone? So what is this? So I have 4 turns to get to this guy. The red line is where I have to go.
This will do nicely.
So what happens next? Hopefully they don't knock me off. This guy's probably going to attack twice, so I'll probably should use Charm here. That was irrelevant. Ow.
Fleet of foot.
Should maybe use Misty Step. I should probably use Misty Step here or something.
Let's finish this. On the move.
I don't really mind taking the damage. Doesn't seem to be anything dire.
Where do I go from here?
Oh yeah, I no longer have the thing where I have free fall. There's some insane jump here. If I take Feather Fall, I could jump like this far. Maybe that's the best way to do it. But now I can't jump, you idiot. I'll have to go this way.
Another step forward.
Not so bad. 4 damage. Throat punch. Is that a silence? How much health does this guy have? 88? That's not so bad.
Dumpling.
I'm coming! It's insane mobility. Ow. 28? Ah. Why are they hitting so hard?
On the victor's path.
Let's end this.
Battle favors the fearless.
Unlucky?
Need to act fast. Got to press on.
Forever dauntless.
I don't know why I'm going this way, but I gotta just assume that his battle ends if I get this guy. Can't seem to see this. That's awkward.
Stand in my way.
Can't jump as far as I'd like.
Breathe deep and move.
I think this is the right way to go. Asterion's got to be able to handle this, I guess. 4 damage. Chromatic orbs, I can deal with that. The only person whose health I'm worried about is Asterion's. What does entranced murderer mean? Wait, where'd he go? Wait, where'd he go? Huh? Benign transposition? Is that what happened there? Who moved him? Fuck. He's here now. Interesting. Okay.
This is my time.
That could be worse.
What's the plan? On the move.
Can't get high enough to see whether this heals Asterion. It seems like it doesn't. It didn't reach Asterion. That's unfortunate.
Coming through.
Can I Misty Step over to this guy? Should be fine unless he moves again a lot. Okay, I think Asterion's in a bit of trouble here. Can I Misty Step up there? Can't. They don't show me how to get up. I guess I have to do without.
Maybe I should. No, this is good.
Guys, ignore Asterion here. Shit. He still has 2 more unstoppable. I didn't even notice. What does this buff mean? Okay, they all just have. If you win the fight if you take out the ball spawn, the main Slayer, a Far Slayer. So Asterion is almost certainly going to die here. R.I.P. I hope this guy doesn't teleport away again. He didn't move, did he? Look at that long range shot, holy. Astarion got pretty boned there. I wonder why he was taking so much damage. Everyone else is taking like 4. He's taking 28 from that guy's attacks. Ow. Okay, you need to break this guy's unbreakable. So the other guys can do actual damage. There we go.
This is my time.
Will can probably take care of this.
Never a dull moment.
So is the battle not over? Okay. They all disappear. I've got some extra kills. Cool. Let's go get Astarion. I used 2 slots there, 1 for Misty Step.
Let's get on with it.
Take your now.
Just a brief respite.
No, never mind. Keep your distance, darling.
Alright, he needs some healing. My spell order for her is really disordered.
Don't touch me. No one back home will ever believe this.
So now we just continue onwards, I guess. Do we go this way? Let's find out, shall we?
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
That might be worth a look.
What? Strangle Death Manifesto. The Sweatblood letter looks unfinished, perhaps even unsent. To my fellow blood brethren, if you are reading this missive, know that you number among my most trusted confidants. Also know that if you betray my trust, my hands will grip your throat with the steadfast embrace of a long-parted lovers. So, yes, of late, my friends, I felt a calling when my fingers meet each other around a windpipe. As if there's a voice whispering sweet nonsense to my ears, I tear the breath from my quarry's lungs. I think I am chosen by our Lord of Murder. Perhaps even related, yes, my brethren. I will stake my claim on a legacy of murder, thorn of blood. I will challenge Lady Orin to her birthright. My grip stops her gasps before she flays my skin from mud. I'll become Strangler Luke, son of Baal. Note to self, come with a catchier title before sending. That one's rubbish. Okay, let's look around here a little bit. What's in this door here?
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
There it is, this is the way. So it's this way. Split pea soup. Actually very delicious with chunks of ham in it. What's up here? Kind of missed my mega jumping. So many places to go here. Strangler loses again. That goes back downstairs. What's over here? Exploits of the Order of Keen Strike. A stained record that alternates between two different handwritings, one thick and measured, the other slanted and erratic. I did again, didn't I? Struck keen, didn't I? Pictured, helm and cloak in. Patriarch stumbles to the latrine, bends over the bowl, vomits everywhere. All he needs is to drop a brick from behind, he's done. A most glorious, most keen kill, my friend, but it shudders in comparison to my recent escapade. Poison was the key, and it was on the key. The poor creature reached for the key to lock her homestead, secure herself, and sealed her fate. We talking poison, are we? My last one was cooking a stew. Smelled bloody lush, too. Plenty of meat, lamb, I think. Reckon it was for a big celebration. Enough to feed a family, maybe even a whole street. It was missing only one ingredient to my estimation. Had it in his cupboards, too, right there. Lie. Plenty of lie. Oh, that gurgled, my friend. A wonderful chorus. Dropped a thin barb of steel into soup. She slurped it up and lodged straight in the back of the gullet. Choked her death on soup and blood. Found a lonely chef, bent over a bubbling vat of broth. It was simple, easy. Just pushed and held his head. Felt like barely a moment passed before he did. The elaborate one-upsmanship continues in a similar fashion. What's over here, love?
Maybe I need more pockets.
Did you really have to climb up there to get that? I don't think you did. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think you did. What's over here?
No traps, please.
Alright. Distribute the arrows and scrolls as per usual. Nope, just reading the various lore. The bot messages have been sort of forgiving lately. I'm gradually pruning them.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
It's all the way down there, I remember this. Pork leg and pork belly, I'll take it. Your strength score, I wonder if your strength score should or does affect your fall damage. I don't think it does. This seems like a different way. What is over this way? Is my whole team here? Shadowheart's still lost, eh? Just some idiot stuck in this platform. So stupid. What's your problem? Gotta walk all the way here now?
No time for Danny.
This is like the side route.
They swarm when an elder brain is near. We must be close to its hiding place.
The Elder Brain is here.
Turn back. We must have all the nether stones before we approach the brain.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
Dream in red.
I'll do this later. Can't be that important. By that I mean that chest. I wonder what elixir I'll use. Probably viciousness. I have some of those, right? I have 4 of them. Nice. Okay.
Chaos will be sown from their passage.
It's not how sown. I'm not sure that's how sown should be spelled here. S-E-W-N. What is all this?
So saith the wise Londo.
What's all this then? I wonder if there's more resonance here if you like choose to become the unholy assassin. Thanks, buddy. It's a relief to have the body. It's a relief to have the head clean again.
Londo did not see. He did not know. He did not revel in the glory of what is to come.
Okay, got it. I'm clear on all this. Oh, there's a little teleporter here. Yeah. I've been like, I got like a partial haircut in like March or April because I figured it's still too cold to get like a full dousing. I was like, I'd rather just have my head cold but feel clearer. There's marble plates there. Okay, I want that chest. How often do you shave it? All right, team, get back here.
What now?
Okay, do your job, bud. Once a week. I like that discipline. Who's talking?
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have. Never wanted the easy path. Keep a blade close.
Oh dear, a sanguine vent. Oh damn. I had like hair past my shoulders during like the beginning of like the COVID lockdowns. And so like a couple of months in, like May 2020, on my birthday, I shaved my whole head. God, it took forever. actually took so long.
Someone doesn't
Like,
visitors.
over an hour. Scissoring, clipping, changing guards. Such a ridiculous process.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
Oh, my butler boy's here. I like that.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Okay, this should be everything. There's no way I can do a long rest here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm pretty close. All right, buddy, how you doing?
Oh, master.
I did use the machine, but you can't clip your hair unless it's a certain short length.
But why did you exert yourself so getting here? I was waiting to open the door. Lady Orin told me to allow your passage, but if she hadn't, I would have been naughty and slipped you inside anyway.
You've seen Orin?
We are unfortunate bunkmates, as she refuses to leave your estate. Every day she kills me as I'm trying to beautify the temple for your return. Up to thrice some days. Being killed by you is so much more pleasurable, master.
I love his hat with that skull on it. The snake skeleton. What were you doing this whole time?
The temple is all tidied and ready for your worshipful act of mortal combat. The eye sockets of our graven god's icon are all polished up, ready to glow menacingly as you bludgeon your sister to death. I've restacked every pile of skulls and mounted more skeletons on the walls for a cozy touch.
Clippers are the mechanical razor. You could probably figure that out. Open it.
1,000 succubi could give me no greater delight. There's a puddle of blood on the floor as you walk in. Careful, don't slip.
I'm getting a million inspiration charges here.
Please go in, my liege, and take care to watch your step.
I wonder if I should use a potion here to get myself to full. I wouldn't mind using. This is like a penultimate duel, right? Oh my god, so many inspiration charges. This is like a penultimate duel. I could probably use. What am I missing? One level 1, one level 2. Or I could just use the. I don't think I have any of the potions of Angelic Reprieve because I've been using them for will. I have Angelic Slumber. I have 2 of those. I don't see any other way of restoring my spell slots. I kind of have a feeling there should be some sort of like restoration potion or something, but I just don't see it. Should I use... I don't really want to use a potion of Angelic Slumber here. A full long rest for a level 1 spell slot and a level 2 spell slot seems sort of wasteful. Does someone else have any of those potions? I have a funny feeling they don't.
Give up now.
To some degree, I'd like to change these rings. Like this one would be nice to not use here. I just don't really have anything better.
Wits and blades always sharp.
Oh, she doesn't have much either. Make sure he's got 4 of those.
No one stopped me yet.
So is there any sort of way that I get a... Is there any way here that I'll get like an actual like recharge? That'd be nice. You'd think they'd give it to you.
They say you will fight her, Lady Orin. Will you shatter her skull? Break her bone? Break...
Shh. Speak not. Silence is precious to die for. And Lady Orin is already too loud.
Her neck is so weird there.
Always talking. She speaks of you. Of a duel. Are you going to choke her prattle away? Make her quiet for us.
I just learned reading before that you can actually get the Slayer form like in Act 2 if you do things a certain way. You gotta listen to the butler. That's pretty cool.
I hear you are to duel Lady Orin. If it pleases you, child of murder, I would have her carcass once you're finished.
In short, you must listen to the butler. If short, you must listen to the butler. Why?
Oh, nothing untoward. I simply wish to flay her.
Damn.
Oh, such skin she has. Oh, so fine and malleable. Oh, what a trophy it would make.
I don't see any indications here that I can get a heal.
Lady Orin's kills are something. The stone trembles at your presence. Baal is watching.
Might have to use the old potion, or just think that those 2 charges shouldn't matter.
You have returned. Do you remember? You were the one who first fed me flesh. But Lady Orin does not let us feed as you did. Please, kill her. Let us sate ourselves.
Let's have a look.
I wonder what this is a key to. Fist Rowan. That sounds familiar.
The prodigal child returns to duel Lady Orin, no less. I normally abhor theatrics, but that'll be quite the spectacle.
Guy looks like an absolute monster. Lae'zel is there, which is good. Well, I don't see anything here that's going to heal me.
Tell me then, what is the point of murder if not to eat it all? You may expect
I believe.
Oh, Gildro's here.
Made an incision in the upper left.
Throwback.
I hear you have returned to do battle with Lady Orin. To tear each other's flesh from bone in his name. Reverence.
It is a pity you are already marked for Orin's blade. I would have relished pitting you against my own.
She looks cool. Like a cartoon character.
Settle, however, for seeing the
Or a
two
comic
of
book
you
character, rather.
perish. I imagine it will be instructive.
Looks very cool. Gildro, buddy. Fist Rowan. That sounds familiar. The ecstasy of murder. Once Baal's favor has quickened within one of his beloved murderers, the bliss of his love is nigh indescribable, for he blesses his loyal with a new sensation, a mindless, instinctual, primal sensation that comes from within the bowels, an erotic spasm that washes over the killer in the moment of murder. This is like what serial killers experience, like some sort of like quasi-religious state. It is said that in this instant his divine essence can also almost be tasted. Forsake all other hedonisms, acolytes, for nothing can compare. Until the true ecstasies of murder wash over you, initiates, this scroll contains a prayer you may say after a kill, calling for the Lord's disgrace to find its course in your body. Like that. It's pretty sweet.
What's hiding here?
Our enemy's fate. Here lies Flaming Fist Menip and Terra Thorpe, who thought to interfere with an unholy ritual murder in Harborview Park. Her body will lie here until every scrap of flesh has been picked clean by corpse beetles. Thus we shall serve all whom. Thus shall we serve all who meddle in the bloody business of Baal. Damn. I remember her. This is like the back way to Baal's chambers. All right, I'm gonna earn this the right way. I guess I should. I guess I made a mistake when they said I'm not ready to join. All right, controversial move here, but I think I need some lunch. It's 2:15. I haven't eaten yet, and it's been 3 hours of streaming. I'm gonna take like a 15-minute break here to eat, and then off to the big duel finale. I'll be back soon.